Falcon 9 is in startup.
Falcon computers are running the final sequence for launch. We're also pressurizing first and second stage tanks for liftoff pressure.
The MD is go for launch.
We've heard the call out. The Space Force mission director is go for launch. T-minus 33 seconds and counting. All systems go for launch.
T-minus 30 seconds.
Let's listen into terminal count and watch as Falcon 9 transports the U.S. Space Force's GPS-3 Space Vehicle number 5 satellite into orbit.
T-minus 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition. And liftoff. Go Falcon, go GPS.
Vehicle is pitching downrange.
Stage 1 chamber pressures are nominal.
T plus 36 seconds. SpaceX launch engineers report nominal conditions on Falcon 9. We begin the trip to space carrying the GPS-3 satellite. Merlin engines about to throttle down. We're in the throttle bucket.
Telemetry.
Decreasing acceleration of preparation for maximum dynamic pressure. Great views looking aft towards Cape Canaveral.
Vehicle is supersonic.
We're throttled back up to full power. We're out of the throttle bucket and we're supersonic. Now from here on, even though velocity is rapidly increasing, the atmospheric density is decreasing. That's resulting on less loads on the Falcon 9. And you've heard the call out, we're through max Q, so the loads are now decreasing on the launch vehicle.
MVAC engine chill has started.
That call out says the bleed valve on second stage engine is open. And that's beginning a final chill of the MVAC engine prior to second stage ignition. All's looking good with the stage 1 trajectory. And we've got 3 events coming up in quick succession. We're going to have main engine cutoff, MECO as we call it. The first and second stages will then separate. And then we will have ignition of the second stage engine to propel Falcon 9 into the first parking orbit. We're beginning to throttle down the first stage engines to hold 4G constant acceleration. Coming up on main engine cutoff.
MECO.
Stage separation confirmed.
And we've got, as you can hear the cheering in the background, successful stage separation. Second stage is now under power of the single Merlin vacuum engine. You may have noticed some curved pieces of metal come off the end of the nozzle right after ignition. That's normal. These are ground handling tubes.
Following nominal trajectories.
They're not needed in flight. We hear the call out. We're following nominal trajectory. With the left side of your screen, you can see the first stage grid fins. The titanium grid fins have deployed. Coming up next, fairing separation.
Acquisition of signal, PoMonkey.
Fairing separation confirmed.
A nice view from the second stage camera showing successful fairing deploy as Falcon 9 is passing through 110 kilometers altitude. Now we will be attempting to retrieve these new fairing halves with the help of our contracted recovery vessel, HOS Briarwood. Now, currently, Falcon 9 second stage heading northeast along the U.S. coast. We are sending telemetry down to the SpaceX Bermuda ground
Both
station.
vehicles continue to follow nominal
Now, as we
trajectory.
pass 4 minutes and 20 seconds into flight, all systems are go
Acquisition signal Bermuda.
as Falcon 9 carries GPS into space.
It's T plus 4 minutes and 45 seconds here into today's mission, and we're currently in the first of 2 planned MVAC burns for satellite deployment. You can see from the live views on your right, the second stage MVAC engine is burning, and there on your left is a live view of the Falcon 9 first stage as it's preparing to re-enter the Earth's atmosphere. At T plus 6 minutes and 18 seconds, you should see on your screen the first stage's entry burn. This is in just about a minute. This burn will last about 30 seconds.
Acquisition signal New Hampshire.
And for the entry burn, we relight the center E9 engine on the first stage, and then partway through, we relight the
Both vehicles
E1
continue to follow nominal trajectories.
and E5 engines. So we will have a total of 3 M1D engines helping to slow the vehicle down as it passes back into the Earth's atmosphere. You can see a great live look at that Falcon 9 first stage there as it's coasting back down. Now, the Falcon 9 supporting today's mission will perform this entry burn for the second time, and both fairing halves will re-enter for the first time. This booster previously supported the November 2020 GPS-3 mission, and we're pretty excited to watch today's landing because it marks the first mission we're supporting for the U.S. Space Force with a flight-proven booster. Now, entry burn will start in just a few seconds here. Listen for the call out.
Stage 1 flight termination system is safe.
Stage 1, entry burn has started.
You heard the call out, and you can see on your screen, stage 1 entry burn has started. This burn lasts about 30 seconds.
Stage 1, entry burn, shutdown.
We did have a successful stage 1 entry burn there. And now, while Falcon 9
Both vehicles continue to follow nominal trajectories.
While Falcon 9 makes its way back to Earth, you may notice that there are different soot markings on the outer covering of the rocket. You can maybe just see them on your screen on the left there. Now, if you've ever wondered how these markings are formed, the soot is generated when the carbon-based rocket-grade kerosene, or RP1, burns. And since our re-entry occurs engines first, the booster flies through its own plume, which deposits the soot on the rocket there. Now, coming up next will be our landing burn, which will be at T plus 8 minutes and 7 seconds. This will also last about 30 seconds, and it will hopefully land our first stage on our drone ship. Just read the instructions.
Stage 1 is transonic.
Off the Atlantic coast. You heard the call out that stage 1 is now transonic.
Stage 2 has entered terminal guidance.
Now, just 1 second after the start of the landing burn, we will actually have second engine cutoff
Stage 2 flight termination system is safe.
on the second stage on the right. So both coming up in just a few seconds here.
Stage 1, landing burn has started.
You can see that stage 1 entry burn,
Seco 1.
landing burn. And Seco 1. There's the first stage coming in.
Landing legs are deployed.
Nominal parking orbit.
Stage 1, landing confirmed.
What a beautiful view of that first stage landing. And we did get a confirmation from our second stage of a nominal orbit. You can hear the cheering in the background. Everyone's really excited. We did, again, have a confirmation of a nominal orbital insertion. And, of course, we saw that beautiful landing of our Falcon 9 first stage on our drone ship, just to read the instructions. And there you have it. You've just witnessed Falcon 9's 19th landing for this year and SpaceX's 88th overall successful recovery of a first stage. And now at this time, our mission isn't over just yet. The second stage is now embarking on its first coast phase. Coasting in this orbit will last about 53 minutes, and then we'll relight that MVAC engine for a second time shortly after at T+1 hour and 2 minutes. We'll see you back here
Acquisition
at
signal, Newfoundland.
1 hour and 3 minutes.